Attention. IPOB One Family. This announcement is for those outside of the USA that wish to donate to the Eastern Security Network Fund that is based in the United States. Because of the fees that donators have to pay the bank when sending wires, we recommend that if you're sending less than $250, that you donate through the IPOB USA website. It's fast, simple, and less expensive for you. Go to our website, www.ipobinusa.org/donate. That is www.ipobinusa.org/donate and make your contribution. When it comes to keeping our people safe, every bit counts. After all, the security of our communities is our responsibility. Let's make this happen together.
Mr. Bella once again. Wisdom, heal it, come on, yeah. Say Biafra will not last forever. They say happy up in no go stand. What did they know? What do they know? They see. What do they see? If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. No. Biafra will live forever. 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 Okay, we go manage the the lovers of Biafra. This is the time we need to come together and fight for what is belong to us. Okay, we go manage our bandits who want to make us a giant of Africa. Adam Pochinki na Sugo Mboge Runis na Yama Bueno. Hello, this have been good out of his wisdom, giving us somebody like Namde Carlo for this our race mission. Biafra will not last forever. They say happy up in no go stand. What do they know? What do they know? They see. What do they see? If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I go shoot them aside. Oh no. See what you put our hero. The party never stop. Mazinambika no but no phone we stop. We cannot stop. Biafra will live forever. Believe me.
But independence for Nigeria as a corporate entity is not enough. The peoples of Nigeria must at the same time be guaranteed their freedom. We must ensure that in an independent Nigeria, individual citizens throughout the land enjoy liberty, human dignity, and equality under the law. There must be one Nigeria with one constitution and one law for all. Let us therefore, Mr. Chairman, sir, close our ears to the Council of Despair, which says that we cannot here at this conference agree on a constitution.
Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Oh yes, I am. Oh yes, I am. Oh yes, I am. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I am. Oh yes, I am. Oh yes, I am. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Justice is coming. Justice is coming. Justice is coming. Oh yes, I know. Justice is coming. Justice is coming. Justice is coming. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Yes, I know. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Oh yes, I know. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Oh yes, I know. 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 Yes, I know.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. Welcome to the program. Oh my goodness. I think I have two different, open the two different rooms, so there's a problem there. I hope my voice is coming out very loud, clear. Today we are having a very special broadcast. Very, very special. Very, very special. Somebody say it is echoing. Is my voice good? After warning about people calling my name Radio Biafra, today I have taken another twist to Radio Biafra. Back me. I know my name was not mentioned. The person who was talking to me, he mentioned go to the come online dance on Facebook. Mentioned they call people and say, I will take you to Canada, I will take you to this, I will take you to that. Let me tell you, those who have used my service to travel abroad and they are working between January now. Some of them are watching me. Some of them been and working. They are watching me now. But I will not go into details. And sometime I said that I'm going to come heavy. That attacked me again on Radio Biafra. Yesterday and day before, I have always said, shared, and create awareness on fundraising. During my broadcast a few days ago, on my broadcast, I announced about fundraising on the 16th of this month. I showed it on this program. I also went further to show another fundraising coming on the 17th of this month. If you watch our live broadcasting, you are going to be seeing this announcement for fundraising. And announcing fundraising not today. I didn't start today to announce fundraising. So why would somebody go to Radio Biafra and start barking like a dog and referencing me that those who come to Facebook to dance? Whatever that person is, I will not. I don't have time for idiot. Okay, I don't have time for idiot. But the day I'm going to remember you, not only remember you on my program, I will remember you both physically, virtually, and otherwise. I fight with everything. I am not a man who shouts and rant like a dog. I don't do that. I laugh. Let me tell you, dog is a domestic animal. In Europe, not regarded as animal. It's part of family. But in Africa, dog, domestic animal. Some people eat dog. And there is something that our people used to say. They say a dog is an animal. I don't know how to put it, but how we used to say it is that Tochi Bosowa de Anjo. Ita bu anu na chochi Mbosowa de Anjo. Don't think that this is my laugh, this is my smile every day. That everything is okay. I know the rant. I will give you anyhow you want it. But no. Anywhere you are, I don't rant. Let me stop here. One more referencing me on your miserable life and whatever you do. One more time, you reference me. One more time, you reference me. I will come for you. Paul, I have not seen anywhere the flyer I have posted, the announcement I have been making, both the fundraising on the 16th, both the fundraising on the 17th, and both all other fundraising. I have no access to money in IPOB. I have nothing to do with IPOB money. I have access to money. What I'm doing is to support the struggle, help to raise funds. I don't know where your fund is going. I'm not interested because I know that whoever that is handling the fund, Nnamdi Kanu have entrusted the fund to handle, is doing his job or her job. So it is not my business. It's handling your fund and what the person is doing with the fund. It is not my business. This is to support the struggle and support IPOB. And I have been doing it and I will continue to do it irrespective of whatever you idiot think. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was here, I was doing the same thing. I don't see any different. I will continue to do it irrespective of what you idiot think. We have not heard, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not given any order that Madam Oyibo no longer in charge of ESM money. That have not come. All the fundraising, according to the directive of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is to go to the ESN account. Till today, we have only one ESN account, which is the Umeri account that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave order to open. The account was opened. The information I shared was sent to me, just like every other fundraising flyer, I shared it. Why would somebody go to Radio Biafra and start talking that somebody promised people to go to Canada, they will get a visa to this, a good visa to that? I am an Atata. Not. I am not an Atata. But if I open mouth and begin to address you, open mouth, even where you are, you can't stay there. Let this be the last, the first and last. You will go to Radio Biafra and reference me. Today will be the first and last. If you do it again, you do it again. As you hear, let me set the record very straight. We have not received any order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that Umeri account is not real ESN account. If that order come, then I will do otherwise. Everything I'm doing now is what in accordance with our leader directive. Anybody that if you reference me again, I will not even talk. Why is that film? Let it happen again. I don't know what I have done to you. Mention my name again. Reference me again. Because you have not fucking business mentioning me, referencing me in whatever issue you have. I'm doing my job. Is to help the struggle. This is what I'm doing. I have not deviated. It is not in my position to start scrutinizing which one is approved, which one is not approved, and stuff like that. The information is coming from reliable people that I trust. Who tell you that your enemy must be my enemy? Information I posted about fundraising on the 17th. I also posted about fundraising on my program here on the 16th. Yesterday, I made that during yesterday broadcast. I brought the 16th fundraising. I brought also the 17th fundraising. If I am bad, as they try to make you believe, I also add the 16th fundraising. Add the 17th fundraising during my program here. Idiot. Go to Radio Biafra and start barking like a dog. Reference me again, and I will not address you. That video you want that I will put it. Enough. I'm not a man. I am not ordinary man. I'm not ordinary. Go to native doctor. Go to your native doctor and ask question. I'm not a man you can shout down and talk to anyhow. When you eat yam to go to war, you don't know how many yam your opponent eat. You people, if not for Mazin Nambikano, I would have come to continue what I have come to do. What I have come to do this evening is that we are going to turn every stone for the sake of Biafra. Say you didn't hear me. Let me tell you. Let me make it very clear because you know, Abiama UC, MSA, I did not hear your name in the broadcast today. Calm down, please. No, you don't need to hear my name. Let me tell you how my name was, how I was referenced. I said referenced. That person said that it is not to come on Facebook and dance. How many of you are dancing on Facebook? That person said it is not to come on social media and talk. He went further to say it is not not to come and dupe Biafra people, that I will take you to Canada, I will take you visa and dupe Biafrans. I don't think it was referring to you. That was the person referring to. He mentioned immigration. Biafra on immigration. And as I'm talking to you now, between the time I announced taking people to go to work in Poland, for example, of our Biafran brothers are there today in Poland working. Other people, their documents are still in progress. So he was not referring to you. He was referring to me. I do Biafrans on immigration. So, and I believe that as I'm saying it now, those who have gone through me to be where they are today and working. And I don't do documents for somebody to come and start seeking asylum. I give you work from Africa. I work. That's what I do. Went to Radio Biafra. Start referencing immigration. You do Biafran's immigration. This is not the, you know. I don't take nonsense from anybody. If you try me again, let us see. You know, please don't push me. And so, my brother Abiama, I have addressed you. So I will continue to help this struggle, both in fund, creating awareness, until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says otherwise. That is the only time anything can change. But for now, I don't care what anybody does. I don't care whatever anybody say. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, and as far as I know, and as far as it is in public knowledge, the person who is in charge of ESN Finance is called Madam Oyibo. And I have no reason to suspect her. I have no reason. It is not in my position to doubt her. It is not in my position to suspect her. It is not in my position to condemn her. It is not my position to say, I don't want to work with you. It is not my position. And I'm working with the people Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mandated to do something. I choose if I want to work with you. Your way is pure and genuine to me. I work with you. Position remain like that until further notice. Let me hear that nonsense again. Don't talk, but the entire world will hear it. Because our own is that we take it to your domot. I don't make mount. I don't make mount. If you threaten everybody in IPOB, I have said it several times. I am the last man. I will be the one that will end you. Don't threaten me. I'm not somebody you can threat. Everybody, if everybody, you are shouting to everybody and threatening everybody in IPOB, I will be the last man. Let us continue. Today I have come to lecture Biafra people why we need to turn every stone for Biafra. This is a fight and a struggle for do or die. It is a Biafra struggle, Biafra freedom or nothing. This afternoon, I posted about we may turn to North Korea. Yes. We may turn to North Korea. If that is the only thing that will wake America up, if that is the only thing that will wake the European Union up, we are going to make North Korea our friend. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, if you know what will bring Biafra, do it. And that is what I'm doing. Come to make it clear this evening, we are going to make North Korea our friend. We are going to make North Korea our friend. And why I have come this evening, this whole opening speech without distraction, because I am the last person distracted, is that I have come to give you reasons why we must make North Korea our friend. It's time to change, bring new dimension. And it is not, I'm not saying me do it. If you are for the best interest of this struggle, if you are for the best interest of this struggle, start working underground. We need to make North Korea friend. Because that is the only thing that will change perspective. The only thing that will change how things are going now. And I want you to invite this. You see, this is one of a kind of a broadcast I'm about to do this evening. This is one of a kind of a broadcast I want to do this evening. I want to change your mind. I want to change your mind. It's enough. Enough of all this romancing. Enough of all this. We are moving to North Korea. We need arms and ammunition to defend our land. And North Korea have it enough. Now, I want to tell you something today. And what I'm about to do, I want to use what Mandela did, what happened to South Africa, what happened to ANC, what happened to the appetite of South Africa, how they ended it. Ended South Africa appetite. You know how? Do you know how they ended South Africa appetite? Ended it. One, South Africa with their rich natural resources made friend with Castro. They made friend with Castro. South Africa, with their rich natural resources, they made friend with Gaddafi. South Africa, with their rich natural resources, made friend Arafat. This time, made friend with Arafat. And with the friend of these three men, Mandela changed coin. And we will do the same. Our own is that we will go to North Korea. It is only because of Mandela making friend with Castro, Gaddafi, and Arafat, the enemies of America. Enemy of West. Immediately, they embrace South Africa. That is what we are going to do. We will start it with North Korea. You see, let me tell you, what I have come to do this evening is to change your mind for good. After this evening, you will never remain the same. I want you to start thinking differently. I want the people who can make something happen to begin to think differently. Somebody say, by saying it out, Zoo will bribe them. No. We are not, this is not about, the North Korea cannot go to Zoo. Zoo, they're crazy. But let me tell you one thing. We have everything needed to make this happen. I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to do. One moment. Now, our teaching this evening is coming from video of Madiba, greatest freedom fighter, Nelson Mandela. This video I want to show you key to freedom. Key freedom. This video. 1. You need to make the enemy your enemy friend. To happen. After last night's broadcast, I received a lot of feedback. And I promise that our man going to address feedback. I'm going to address that feedback. Last night broadcast where I questioned, why is America not sponsoring us? Why they sponsor Taliban turn against them, also rebel in Syria, against them. They sponsored rebels in Libya. They turned against them. Everywhere, including in Yemen, they turned against them. But to sponsor us so that we can fight and end this war in terrorism. Problem. Somebody responded, which I found very interesting. Somebody answered that. One of our men answered that. And that question, I found it that answer, I found it very interesting. And that's why I'm going to read the answer he gave me. This is how to solve problem. You know, people that have brain contribute something in this struggle. Not somebody coming to rant and talk rubbish. You listen to a program and with a very objective question and objective answer given. Forward. Listening to what our brother said. He said, with Master Simon, the reason US will not sponsor us is because USA sponsor people or region that they want to convert to Western influence. This is brainy. This is why they sponsor mostly Islamists. We are going to turn everything around. He said, I want to convert them to Western influence. I never agree more than that. Most of the Arab world is influenced by the Eastern Bloc. I agree. Russia, China, if not Eastern Bloc, then Iran. My brother, very perfect. This is how to get Biafra. People with brain, as they are watching and listening to our program, they are cracking brain and looking for answer to the question we raise. I said, after reading this thing, I told that brother to tell him this evening broadcast because I am going to address and bring solution. In our case, this my brother said, in our case, in America, in America's eye, we are a conquered people. British colonialism put us under Western influence. And if we are Islamized, it will not matter to them because they are already working to convert Arab world. Hi! Oh my God. I wish this is like preaching Bible. I would have started speaking in tongue. This is a direct, objectively. Africa is forgotten, especially Biafra, since we are so good at going to different places and blending in. If we do not stand up for ourselves, and create a new sphere of influence, we are gone. Hey! I will ask this, my brother, is he a professor? Is this man a professor? Is he a professor or doctor? I want to know. My brother Sam, please send me a message. Who is this man? Is he a professor in university? Because it is only his professor that can be, their brain can be sharp like this. This man concluded that if we do not stand up for ourselves and create a new sphere of influence, we are gone. And he did not know, this is how the spirit of Biafra, he did not know that I am already concluding in bringing a new approach to create a new influence. People. and we start from North Korea. If we don't do it, we are gone. According to this brain here, I want to give you this, to melt your mind first before we go into playing videos as evidence. You see, me mentioning North Korea here is Nyakotoba. Okay? Part of it. Hiding it. North Korea here is Yakotuba. To be two-way. If the zoo want, let them go there. America will get angered. Europe will get angered against them. So let them go now. Oh, you see, if they do, the trap is two-faced trap. Go, it will catch you. Don't go, it will catch you. You have nothing to lose. Our own is that we are going to do everything possible. Everything. You see, you don't even know how desperate we are. My brother, I did not join struggle to fight with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for nothing. You see, one thing is that we are going to do everything humanly possible. Now, and if we do not stand up for ourselves and create a new sphere of influence, we are gone. Now, on this note, my people, I have not hit the like button because I want people to come. This is one of the best broadcasts I've done. I want you to hit the like button and let other people come and watch it live. Now, from what I have just said now, we need to create a new sphere of influence. Don't do it, we are gone. Because this thing you see we are doing, lobby this one, lobby that one, it is good. But then, we need to show how crazy we are. Crazy people. We are. We are very crazy. We're very crazy. Now, I want you to watch this. And let me address you. You said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is with Israel already. And that is what is difficult. What is so bad about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is with Israel. How does that stop what we are doing? Let me also remind you that I don't know the position of Israel at the moment. Relationship between Israel and America at the moment. It is not very healthy. Aware of that? Do you know that during President Trump administration and Israel embraced North Korea? So what exactly are you talking? Kanu has embraced Israel. know the position of Israel in the current administration in America? Do you know the kind of diplomatic relation they have? That you don't know. You know that in the UN, the speech of the President of America made a lot of people to walk away from the UN General Assembly. You don't even follow what is going on. You just read all this fake news. You don't know what do you know about international politics? You don't know what is going on in international politics. Come here and talk rubbish. Listen to the word and the wisdom I want to give you and use it to do something. It is America on a way we agree. But let me tell you, is it not the same America went and brokered deal and peace with North Korea? The very first time, President Trump. Is Israel not part of it? Don't mind them. We know what is going on. Now, just don't distract me and listen and don't talk. Don't bring side talk here. Listen to my point after this broadcast and analysis, which I'm going to do very objectively. You can take it to the bank.
The Copper Report, a town meeting with Nelson Mandela.
Mr. Mandela, you're participating in what is a very old and honorable American tradition, the town meeting. And rather than waste any time with my questions, if they don't ask you good ones, I promise I will try to. But I think we have some people out here who have some provocative and perhaps even controversial questions to ask you. And I'd like to begin.
Mr. Mandela, you've come to the United States of America. Other than South Africa, probably the most racially divided country in the world. Evidence of that is right here in New York City. We are one of the most racially divided cities in the world. The blood of our children stained the sidewalks of New York. Howard Beach, Bensonhurst, Yusef Hawkins, Michael Griffith, our grandmothers, Eleanor Bumpers, mothers, Yvonne Smallwood.
If I may just ask you, for your indulgence, if you'd be good enough, there will be some questions you'll like, there will be some questions you won't like. Let me just ask you, though, to save the time so that we can listen to Mandela's answers. Mr. Mandela's answers. Mr. Mandela.
After the rousing welcome I have received here, I do not know whether I am in a mood to think coolly. I have been deeply touched by this warm welcome. But to respond to the question, I must say that the ANC and in fact the entire promote the struggle against apartheid in our country. And I must say to you that we have the support not only of the masses of the people, we have the support of the Congress as well as the government. And I think that it would not be proper for me to delve into the controversial issues which are tearing the society of this country apart. I am sure that the USA has produced competent leaders of all population groups who are able to handle their own affairs very effectively.
Let me follow up, if I may, on part of your answer. You say you're sure you have the support of the people, the Congress, and the leadership. By the leadership, you also mean the President of the United States? Are you satisfied that you have his support?
Well, I am sure of one thing, that he condemns apartheid as I do. That is enough for us to find further common room with the President. This is the message that I'm going to put to him when I meet him.
You see that? Did you hear that? They asked him. He said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether the president is going to support him. But what matters is that the president condemned the apartheid. Now, what is it in Nigeria that the president of America have condemned? The president of America have condemned the killings of Christians. Not only that, blacklisted Nigeria. How have you used that particular thing against Nigeria government? Huh? How have you in Nigeria how have the Christians in Nigeria used that particular thing that America did? Nothing. All the GUO, all of them carrying big stomach and shouting and Bible. And do you know why Nelson Mandela is going to America, went to America to address the Congress? Because he already made move. Before he appeared in America, he already captured Castro of Cuba. He already captured Arafat. He already captured Gaddafi. Even Gaddafi did not allow him, the ACNC or whatever they call it, to register in Libya, in African country, because he was working with the Jews. There are Jews who were supporting Mandela. And because of Mandela working with some Jews organization, a Libya president, Muammar Gaddafi, refused their party to register in Libya. Discriminated him. He said, you are working with Jews. We cannot accept you in Libya. But at the end, what happened? He allowed them. It was because of the move of this Mandela to embrace Libya, embrace Arafat, embrace Castro, that triggered America to begin to run around. You know how many years he was in prison? How many years? No, no. It was because of that move. 27 years he was in prison. In that 27 years, America did nothing. At least you can tell me they are doing something, they are doing, but at least he spent 27 years. I said 27 years. 27 years in prison. The first year, America did nothing. Yeah, America did nothing. Whether they are doing something or whether they were doing something, I will say they are doing nothing. Because you cannot be doing something and he is in the prison. Yeah, America did nothing. The West did nothing. The 5th year, the 4th year, the 6th year, the 7th year, until the 10th, until the 15th year, until the 20th year, until the 21st, 22nd, till the 27th year. Are you going to wait for 27 years before you embrace North Korea? You need to make friends with the enemy of America and the West. Our resources. If that is what it takes. There is nothing is to be compared with freedom. The price of freedom. Do you know? You don't know. This man was 27 years in prison. You know what? He didn't back down. Have killed him. But the leadership of the struggle began to make move. Before they turned to Castro, before they turned to Arafat, before they turned to Gaddafi, they have been trying to call America, call Britain, call the Western world. Every time it was politics. Politics, debate, let us debate at the Congress, let us debate at the UN. It immediately, they make friend with the enemy of America. America begin to run up and down. America begin to run up and down. I want you to watch this video and listen.
And when you say you have the support of Congress, are you satisfied that you have enough votes in Congress to keep sanctions in place?
That I cannot say. That lies in the future. But when I address Congress, the main thrust of my speech is that the Congress should support sanctions.
Why are you so insistent?
You see, he didn't even trust the Congress of America. He was there to speak to them. You see, desperate. And in this desperation, we can make mistakes. But when it looks like the people we are looking up to are neglecting us, allowing the people to kill us, just like this our brother wrote, which I agree with him, what do? Are you going to sit down and wait for America for ages to come? Are you going to wait for America for 27 years like South Africa? Are you going to wait for 27 years? You can never make it to 27 years in Nigeria. Never. You can't. You can't make it to 27 years. In the next 27 years, you cannot make it in Nigeria. What we do from the people who have done it before. We need to make friends with the enemy of America. We need to make friends with the enemy of Western world so that they will wake up and see that we are desperate to live for survival. Desperate for survival. War, according to them, is starting in 2022. Why this whole thing has not been debated in the US Congress and the House of Commons is because we don't have North Korea to issue statement on Biafra yet. But we are going to make friends with North Korea. Support freedom. That is one thing. That is one thing that will trigger and that will make everybody to run helter. Everybody will run. Everybody will talk about Biafra. And as I'm talking, I want our think tank team. I want our think tank team. I want our men to begin to level ground for North Korea. I am going to convince you this evening. I will convince you objectively. I will convince you this evening.
Mr. Mandela, then we'll go to a question at this microphone over here. Why are you so insistent upon maintaining sanctions at a time when it can be argued that the South African government has made more concessions, your release being only one of them, than it has ever made in the past 40 years?
I should know better about this matter, Mr. Coppel, than you.
No doubt.
You see? So, who knows better between Biafra and Nigeria? What is going on in Nigeria? Is it me? Is it the Congress? Is it America? America don't know it. We are wearing this shoe. We know where it pays. They cannot come and tell me to manage Nigeria. They cannot come and tell me, hey, stay in Nigeria. You people are better in... Do they know what I feel in Nigeria? How we live in Nigeria? In position to tell us how to live in Nigeria. We live in Nigeria. We know how to live in Nigeria. We know what we feel. We know what we feel living in Nigeria. So nobody from US Congress will compel us to continue to stay in Nigeria. They don't know how we live there. They don't know how we survive there. And that is what Mandela is telling him. Mandela told him, do you think that the South Africa government is not doing anything? Including when they have released you from prison after 27 years? Mandela told him, I'm in position to tell you this story. I'm not in position to tell me how they are doing. I live there with them. It is my problem. I know my problem better than you. That is why Mandela emphasized on when I address the Congress. When I address the Congress, It is not the Congress to address him about South Africa. Him addressing the Congress about South Africa. Congress don't live there. Congress are not from South Africa. President of America then is not a South African. Mandela lived in South Africa. He knows the problem of South Africa. So he will address them. That is what we are doing. We cannot allow anybody to tell us the problem we have in Nigeria, because we live in Nigeria, we know our problem. And we know the solution to those problems. That is why we are shouting every day. I don't care what anybody does. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you say, whether I'm inciting war in Nigeria or whatever. I don't care. I am desperate for freedom. Any action I am taking, anything I am doing is out of my desperation for freedom. Find me for that. This is my stand. Now watch.
After all, it is the ANC, not the government, that is responsible for the present talks. We have been hammering the government since 1986 to meet us.
You see that? We have been hammering on the government to meet us. And this interview was granted in 1990. 86 to 1990. How many years? And only now is because he made friend with the enemy of America. Made friend with the enemy of America. And America woke up. Told the government of South Africa to release Mandela. He made friend with the enemy of America. He made friend. This is what we will do. We are going to follow this road. This road you see, we will follow it. Because that is the only thing that will change the paradigm. The paradigm will only shift when we make friends with the enemies. Ready to help us. If the enemy of America want to help us, we follow them. We follow those who want to help us. And North Korea will be happy. North Korea will be very, 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 very happy. You know, will be very, very happy. And anybody that is asking me, why would do you want to use North Korea to give example? Is that how your Biafra is going to be? The answer to that, your question and your stupid thinking, is here in this video. So watch it.
And in spite of the humiliating and insulting conditions they tried to impose on us before they could agree to meetings, we nevertheless had sufficient patience and sufficient commitment to peace as to continue hammering them to meet us. They have eventually done so. But despite the fact that the talks are now on, apartheid is still in place. The police are still killing our people, as they've done over the years.
Did you see that? The police were still killing his people, as they have done over the years. The same way the police is killing Biafra, they are killing Biafrans, killing IPOB members, as they have done over the years. The same thing they did in South Africa, we are going through in Nigeria. Biafraland has been militarized, and everybody, police is killing them. It's killing Biafrans. Okay? Police killing Biafrans. It is not different from what happened in South Africa. And it is now to follow this route. I want you to watch.
vigilante groups are openly arming themselves for the specific purpose of attacking progressive groups and progressive leaders.
Is it not the same thing? Vigilante group are arming themselves to attack progressive, and the same thing is happening in Biafraland. The leaders, they armed a Bubago vigilante group. They are copying what South Africa did. The armed vigilante group called the Bubago. The Bubago is now the one they are using to massacre our people. In Biafraland. In Biafraland. They say, be careful, may they not arrest you. You think this is zoo? You think we are in zoo? We are in a civilized country. In a civilized country, and anybody who want to argue objectivity, yes, critical thinking in what I'm doing, should come and argue with me. Come and arrest. Ask you a question. But it will even be good, because when the arrest come, the news will, it will carry a lot of weight. So that I will have the opportunity to talk to CNN and talk to every other media. They want to hear me, so let them come. What about arrest? Is it not people that have been arrested? Imagine the Kanu not in DSS prison in Nigeria? Is it not human being that you see here, and he stayed 27 years in prison? 27 good years. What the hell are you talking? Let me tell you, some of you don't even know that prison in Europe is better than your house. In Europe is better than your house. You don't know that some people when they want to deport them, they will say, take me to prison. I will not go. I would rather die here. I would rather die here. I would rather stay in prison. People, your brothers who have been in prison, this one that say fear. Your brother is in prison somewhere. You watch TV and do sport before you come out from the prison. You are looking like a macho man. You eat better food, better than what you eat in Nigeria. Where you are now, that person commenting this thing. Right, let us continue.
The right wing is also arming itself openly, and they say they are doing so for the purpose of destroying the ANC.
You see that? The right wing also arming themselves, and they are doing so for the purpose of destroying the ANC. Exactly what the Nigeria politicians are doing, arming themselves. Destroy ESN, to destroy IPOB. The same thing, the same purpose, the same tactics they are using. Now continue.
They are calling for some of us to be heard. Why would you think that we should now relax our strategies?
You see, the people, the right wing, we are calling for some of them to be heard.
What has happened?
Let's move on to the next question.
Amanda. My name is Gloria Tude. I was born here in Harlem. I'm a lawyer. I've lived here all my life. I'm also on the board of directors of the African Educational Foundation that's raising money to train the people of Africa for industry. I am concerned about the future economy of South Africa. I am concerned when I look at the newer countries that gained their freedom so hard fought, indeed did not demonstrate sound fiscal policy.
This is exactly the same word they are using every year, including against Biafra. Afraid that other country that got independent, they failed. They did not live up to expectation. They will use South Sudan to give you example of it. Say, oh, if you give this Biafra now, how are you going to manage yourself? How are you? It's the same question they are asking you today. Question. Now, listen to what Mandela will say. Listen.
Literacy is still quite large, and hunger. What can assure me as a human being and a concerned African American that the ANC will indeed have a fiscal solvent policy that will continue the use of the resources of South Africa in a meaningful way? Or should I put it more succinctly, will your economy be based on the Marxist system, socialism, or capitalism, or both?
I knew that was the question you wanted to ask.
See that?
I'm happy that you've had the courage to put it directly. We are not concerned with models. We are not concerned with labels. We are practical men and women whose solutions are dictated by the actual conditions existing in our country. As somebody has said, we do not care whether the cat is black or white, as long as it can catch mice.
You see that? We do not care whether the cat is white or black, as that cat will catch a mice. Exactly what I am doing now. I am not interested in what you think. I am not interested in whether the cat is black or white. I'm not interested whether North Korea is your enemy or your friend. We must approach them. Long as we can use it to catch a mice. Interested. What you think about North Korea? Interested in your opinion. Doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is, will approaching North Korea change our struggle for our survival? Matters to me. Now let us continue.
What we want to achieve is a healthy and vibrant economy which can ensure full employment to our people, maximum production, and the development of social justice. We wanted to rectify the imbalances that exist in our economy. One of the companies, well-known companies in the country, one company owns more than 75% of the shares quoted in the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. This is illustrative of how our economy is organized. It is more the resources of the country are monopolized by a white minority, even in that minority by a few individuals, whereas the masses of the people, especially blacks, are left poor, ridden with disease, illiteracy, without educational facilities. We wanted to develop an economy which will put an end to that.
Exactly the same thing in Nigeria. The same thing. Illiteracy, disease everywhere. We are fighting for Biafra, build and bring a policy that will put an end to that. The same thing. Is asking, nobody will fight for your freedom. Nobody will fight for your freedom. Nobody. We are fighting for our freedom now. Nobody will fight for your freedom. But let me tell you, some of you are just ignorant. If nobody fights for your freedom, What was Mandela doing in America? He was a free man. Released him from prison. What was he doing in America? You, indeed, Tiboribo. Nobody fight for your freedom. Nobody fight for your freedom. You don't even read their history. What do you know? What was he doing in America? Did he make Gaddafi friend? Why did Arafat support them? Why did Cuba support them? Castro. Nobody will fight for your freedom. Was it Libya people that were fighting in South Africa? Was it Arafat people that were fighting in South Africa? Cuba people that were fighting in Africa? And all of them were South Africans, but they needed a backup. A backup. Backup is what we are talking about. People that will support you, not people that will fight for your freedom. You fight for your freedom yourself. Nobody fight for your freedom, but you need a support. Iti Boribo. Nobody will fight for you. Nobody will fight. As if what is going on. If you do not know why we are fighting and shouting, going to America, going to everywhere, is because we are not expecting American citizens to come to Nigeria and fight for us. No. We need them. Called diplomatic approach. I'll fight for you. I have addressed you now, so that you don't go to another platform and start constituting nuisance. And when people are talking, you will say, nobody, just stop wasting your time. Nobody come to fight for you. I have just given you example. I addressed you. I said, South Africans, they made friend with Cuba, Castro. Did not send people to go to South Africa and fight. They made friend with Libya, Gaddafi. Gaddafi did not send Libyans to go to South Africa and fight. They made friend with Arafat. Arafat did not send all these Lebanese or whatever to go to Palestinian, to go to South Africa to fight. Only the diplomatic ties, support, only support, statement, and ready to defend them that is needed. Nothing else. Okay, rubbish. Instead of you to listen, you eat your school fees and then you come here, let us give you sense a little bit. You are here talking rubbish.
And we leave to other people to put a label if they so wish.
Mr. Mandela,
did you hear? We leave other people to label if they so wish. They so wish. Mandela was not looking face, and I have come to not look your face. He said, if you like, put label. You so wish, put label in the position, in whatever they are doing. It is your business. Freedom. Freedom. And you don't need me to start explaining to you how they destroyed South Africa fighting for their freedom. You don't want to know.
And we're back once again. And Mr. Mandela, as I told you before we began this broadcast, almost all the questions will be coming here from the audience, but we also went to a couple of people back in South Africa, told them you were going to be on the broadcast, and asked them if they had any questions for you or comments that they wanted to make to you. One of those from whom we are about to hear now, and I'd like you to address your attention over to that monitor, is a man by the name of Koos van der Merwe, who's one of the leaders of the Conservative Party. Have a listen to what he has to say.
Hello Nelson. I'm a South African. I'm an Afrikaner. I want self-determination for my people in a part of South Africa. You can't have the whole South Africa for yourself. A part of it belongs to my people. Nelson, you're not going to nationalize the assets of the white people. I have worked for my banks my mines, my businesses, and my farms. You are not going to take it. Stop your violence. Stop your sanction campaign. Stop your nonsense. Leave the violent campaign alone. And come and sit down, become a normal person, and talk. And maybe that way we can find solutions. And lastly, forget communism, Nelson. It's gone. And I hope you will be well. I believe you were ill. I hope you will recover. And have a good journey.
The same thing Fulani are telling us. The same thing. Exactly the same thing. Oh, you stop constituting nuisance, stop making violence, stop preaching hate, come back to your senses, come to Nigeria, let us talk, we live one, Nigeria must be one. The same language. Language. Nothing changed from what this man said now and what Fulani said, including Umahi. Umahi said the other day, the people who are shouting for Biafra, they are all in abroad. They are angry when they go to look for greener pasture. It didn't work. They come down. They are sick. Stop this nonsense. Stop this killing. Stop this violence. Stop this. Stop that. Come back. Exactly the same thing they are doing to us today. When they hear you shouting Biafra, they say, Fulani, we say, leave all these Igbo people. They are stupid. They are bad. They are idiot. They are crazy. They don't have job. They don't have this. They don't have that. That is why. As if they have job. Now, listen to what Mandela answered him.
Aangename discours. Ek hoop van harte dat eendag ek die geleentheid sal kry om met u te gesels.
He responded to him in a language he understands, Afrikaner. I responded to him in a language he understands, Afrikaner. To prove a point, I want you to listen to what Mandela said because he spoke in Afrikaner to prove to the world that they have different language. Now watch.
Well, just to interpret
Please.
what I said, I just wanted to demonstrate that I am bilingual. All I have said to Koos van der Merwe is to say, I am happy to know you. I hope that one day we shall have the opportunity to discuss the affairs of our country. That is all.
Now, let me pick up, if I may, Mr. Mandela, on what Koos van der Merwe had to say. He represents, as you know, a small but significant segment of the white population in South Africa, which is pressuring Mr. de Klerk from that political side of the spectrum. To what degree do you feel any need to help President de Klerk deal with people like Koos van der Merwe?
Mr. de Klerk is an independent, resourceful, and flexible leader. He is able on his own to deal with the right way. The outside world will be making a grave mistake if they think they can do anything whatsoever to help Mr. de Klerk as against the right way.
Did you see that? The outside world it will be making a very grave mistake. I think they will help the president against the other part, just like we are telling them now. The outside world will be making a very grave mistake if they think they will continue to support Nigeria against indigenous people who want to go their way and have their freedom and live like human beings. The world will be making a hell of mistake, and that mistake is about to manifest. That mistake is leading us to North Korea. The mistake of not looking into the plight of the people in Nigeria is taking us all the way to North Korea. And probably we are going to open doors for other nations, some of the nations that we are targeting. Is the price. We are not with our senses anymore. Put it that way. And we don't care what label you put. I don't care what you are going to label me. Whether, is North Korea now your model? I don't care. If that question comes, this program, is North Korea your model? Mandela answered you, and you are going to see the answer and hear the answer now. Just watch.
In fact, for the international community to seek to do anything expressly to help Mr. de Klerk would be the best way of undermining him, because what the right wing is doing is to tell the whites in South Africa that de Klerk is a puppet of the United States and Great Britain, and that what he's doing now is precisely because he has received instructions from those two countries. And if now the Western world comes out to say they want to help de Klerk, that is what the right wing exactly wants. You will destroy him. We, the ANC, are the only people who can help him. And we are doing our very best to help him. One of the points we are putting to him is that Mr. de Klerk, if he wants to see the future non-racial South Africa emerging, is to speed up in regard to the negotiating process, that in a year or two, he should be able to extend the vote to all South Africans. He must cease thinking in terms of solutions by seeking a mandate to whites only. He must place himself in a position where he can get the support of the overwhelming majority of the people of South Africa. And if he gives every man and woman, whatever the color of his skin, the right to vote, he will be in an extremely strong position, and there's nothing that the right wing can do. But if he continues, as he is doing at the present moment, still to think of racist solutions, solutions which are seen first and foremost as protecting the rights of the whites, he will go under.
Let us move on to our next questioner at the microphone over there. Mr. Welcome to America, Mr. Mandela. I'm Ken Edelman. Those of us who share your struggle for human rights and against apartheid have been somewhat disappointed by the models of human rights that you have held up since being released in jail. You met over the last 6 months 3 times with Yasser Arafat, who you have praised. You have told Gaddafi that you share the view and applaud him on his record of human rights and his drive for freedom and peace around the world. And you have praised Fidel Castro as a leader of human rights and said that Cuba was one of the countries that's head and shoulders above all other countries in human rights, despite the fact that documents at the United Nations and elsewhere show that Cuba is one of the worst. I was just wondering, are these your models of leaders of human rights? And if so, would you want a Gaddafi or an Arafat or a Castro to be a future president of South Africa?
Listen to that. Did you hear that? They have come. That is why I say, for those of you who want to tell me, oh, so the Biafra you are fighting is to emulate North Korea. Listen to the answer here. The answer is here. They want to say, oh, so the South Africa you are looking for, you make a Gaddafi your role model, you make a Castro your role model, you make Arafat your role model. So is it that you will be proud for them to be president of South Africa? Now watch.
One of the mistakes which some political analysts make is to think that their enemies should be our enemies.
Yeah. Do you hear that? All right. Do you hear that?
That we can and we will never do.
Do you hear that?
We have our own struggle which we are conducting. We are grateful to the world for supporting our struggle. But nevertheless, we are an independent organization with its own policy. And the attitude of every country towards our attitude towards any country is determined by the attitude of that country to our struggle.
Do you hear that?